All right, so Samori Benjamin here. We are here at the shoot-around before the Legacy Classic HBCU event here this weekend at the Prudential Center in Newark. I'm here with Jackson State basketball head coach and former NBA player, 13, 14-year veteran, Mo Williams. Mo, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely, man. Pleasure having you.
All right, so this is a great event. I came last year, and my school, Norfolk State, last year was in the game. And you are the coach here. Now, first, I know you're from Mississippi.
Yep, from Jackson.
Yeah,
Born and raised.
Awesome. First, I'm just interested how you got into basketball just coming up in Jackson, Mississippi.
Well, Jackson, Mississippi, it's a dog-eat-dog world, right? It's a lot of crime infested. So it's easy to get caught up in the streets. So at a young age, I started out playing baseball at the age of 3. Started playing basketball at the age of 8. And played football right around 10. So I just stayed active, as a young athlete and fell in love with all 3 sports and decided in high school, my senior year, to just stick with basketball.
I'm interested. So you said you started playing baseball at age of 3. Baseball is a sport where I know there's not a lot of Black Americans playing right now, and something that I looked into for a while. So how was your baseball experience just growing up there?
It was love. I mean, obviously, I was better in baseball than basketball. Basketball, I just got more notoriety, but I was better in baseball. Everybody that know me, especially back home, understands that. I love baseball to this day. I go to baseball games. I like watching high school baseball, college per se, but baseball is my first love. Obviously basketball is my second love, and football is my third love.
So at what point did you stop playing baseball and just focus towards
my
playing?
Senior year in high school.
Okay.
My senior year in high school, I made, McDonald's All-American game, and at the time it was the Adidas Round Ball, which is the Jordan game right now. So I made all those games, and that kind of carried over into baseball season. By the time I got done with all those games, it was end of the baseball season. So the only time I didn't play baseball was my senior year in high school.
Did you have a favorite player, baseball and basketball? Andrew Jones, okay.
Andrew Jones, I'm a Braves fan,
Okay.
so I played shortstop, and
Nice.
but he played center field, but he was my favorite player. I wore 25. Grew up wearing the number 25, so he was 25. So I just grew a liking to him. I was a baseball fan. Basketball-wise, Gary Payton was always my favorite player growing up. So, and I had that, and I'm a 49er fan as far as football. And Jerry Rice was always my favorite player. He's from Mississippi also.
And he went to Jackson State. Yeah,
He went to Valley, Mississippi Valley.
I'm sorry. Right. Walter Payton went to
Walter
Jackson
Payton.
State. Yeah,
And Lindsey Hunter. Went to
yeah.
Jackson State.
That's right. I remember that.
I don't think he get enough credit.
Yes.
But he went to Jackson State. Lindsey Hunter did.
Yep.
Number 10 pick in '93 draft. I think. But he was number 10 pick right out of Jackson State.
Yeah, I think he was same draft as Allen Houston. They came in together. I think. Yeah.
He was. Yes.
With the
yes,
Pistons.
With the Pistons.
Yeah.
Totally correct.
So now I know you ended up going to Alabama, University of Alabama, to play basketball in college. So how did you end up there?
Well, they recruited me hard. At the time I was, one of the top players in the country, arguably the top point guard in the country. So I had my pick of the litter where I wanted to go to school, and I chose to go to Alabama. I liked everything about it. Loved the coaching staff, and my experience was great. I wouldn't change it for the world. The only way I would change it if HBCUs was, had a Mo Williams coaching there. I think that's the only thing today that I would change.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get to that in a few because definitely have a lot to say about that. So you played Alabama for about 2 years. You all in the tournament and all that, and then after 2 years, you decide to enter the NBA draft. You get selected, and you go to Utah your first year. So that was the year right after John Stockton retired. I think, right? Stockton and Malone. So what was that experience like?
It was great. I mean, I couldn't have went to a better place. Obviously, Jerry Sloan, rest in peace. Phil Johnson was the head coach and top assistant, and they ran a system similar to what I ran in college, kind of a guard cut, wide pin down, kind of coming out pin downs, ducking in on this side. So it was just similar, and they ran the program kind of a semi-pro, not like a pro. So it was kind of a mix between college and professional. So it was the perfect place to go as a rookie because it kept me grounded, kept me working. And then obviously after I left there and went to Milwaukee, that's when I realized, this is what the pros about. If you ain't doing it on your own, you ain't gonna get it done, and you're gonna be out of here. So it was a blessing to go to Utah as a rookie.
Yeah, so after that rookie year, I guess you get traded to Milwaukee. So I guess you probably felt the tough part of the business early on and switching teams. I mean, but you had success in Milwaukee, playing there for a few years. So how was that experience for you?
That was great. That's where I got my start. I mean, obviously, in Utah, I actually ended up playing. Jerry Sloan loved me so much and actually played me more than they expected, right? And I actually played pretty well. And Milwaukee came and just offered me more money than they was willing to pay.
Okay.
That's what happened. And I ended up going back to Utah. So they always wanted me to come back. They always hated losing me, but that was just kind of the business side of it. But Milwaukee gave me my first opportunity. I was young. My second year in the league, I started every game, and I was able to grow, and I was able to get better.
Yeah, you got a great opportunity there and really did your thing, and that allowed you to be traded to the Cavaliers where LeBron was. And I know LeBron's last 2 years there, his first time with the Cavaliers, you were there those last 2 years with him, and you all won 60 games both of those years and all that. Your first year there, you went to the finals, lost to Orlando. The next year, Boston, second round, beat you all. But I mean, how was that? Just
that experience was great. I was young, and that was my first time kind of on that level. So I couldn't wait to get back there, especially down my 13th year when I got back there, when I went back to Cleveland. But it was a great experience. I was an all-star one of those years. We won a lot of games. We just fell short at the end. And I wish I could have those moments back, but those moments made me stronger. It made me better. I just continued to grow after those moments, and I was blessed enough to come back in 2016 and be a part of it and get a championship per se.
Yeah, and that was the first championship for Cleveland since
2 years.
Yeah, right. And that whole thing, you all were down 3-1 in the finals, and you all rallied back to win the finals. Just so much.
Only time it's ever been done.
Yep,
I don't see that being done again.
I mean, so much history made, and so I mean, so much in there. I know it's a lot, but what do you most remember about that experience?
I remember the parade. I remember, we getting up in the morning on parade day, and there's 1.5 million people downtown, and it was people standing on top of buildings, on poles. I mean, you name it. I mean, the experience was second to none.